Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace with the Footsteps to Peace. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I feel today Spirit really wants to talk to you about healing. And that's healing in all forms, okay? But I do feel like physical healing has really been on the forefront, and not just because of the pandemic that we've got going on and the flus and everything else that we have, but I feel like there's a lot of people that have had physical ailments, okay, whether that be they're going to physical therapy, or they're having heart conditions, or they're having whatever it is. I feel what is happening is this is giving you an opportunity to take the time to heal, to find new healing modalities. These are all connected to emotions that have been suppressed for so long. And you're being given the opportunity to heal these things once and for all. You know, if we've got an eye infection, what is it that we're not seeing? An ear infection, what is it that we're not hearing? I know for me, I've had neck and shoulder issues now going on 20 plus years, and I have finally gotten to the root of the issue, and it had to do with a lot of suppressed emotions that I was holding back. And so I felt like I needed to take the weight of the world on my shoulders. And so in doing so, it caused a lot of pressure on me that I allowed, because I willingly carried this pain with me and the suffering, and I didn't give myself the opportunity to heal. And I feel like that's kind of what Spirit wants to talk to you about today, is for me to share a little bit about my own story, which I'm not used to doing, but I'm really feeling urged. Some of you know, and some of you don't know that I myself have been going through some medical issues of my own, and it's from, like I said, a lot of suppressed issues that I never dealt with. And so they formed in a physical way for me, and so it got to the point where it became so excruciating that there was nothing I could do about it. And all of a sudden, I met someone that I really, really liked, and I couldn't figure out why I wanted to go through the healing process, but it was this trigger in me. It was somebody who, they just motivated me, and I didn't know what it was. So in that, on this journey, I have literally been going through every amount of healing I possibly can, thinking outside the box, trying chiropractors, trying float therapy. I've tried acupuncture. I've tried every healing modality you can possibly imagine. And I've gone for tapping. I've done EMDR, which is absolutely amazing. I recommend that to everyone. But thinking outside the box, because I don't want to be this person anymore. I'm very young, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and age is just a number. So when it comes down to is really taking care of yourself. We're being gifted an opportunity right now to really get to the bottom of why it is that we have these physical ailments. You have heart conditions. What is it that why have you been blocking your heart? If you've got a throat condition, then what is it that you're not communicating to other people? When we get to the spirit, get to the spiritual meaning of why it is that we're going through what we're going through, all of a sudden it makes healing that much easier. And there are people out there that trigger us to get better, and it's really because they're a mere reflection of what we're capable of being. It doesn't matter who that person is. It could be a perfect stranger. And the universe is saying that there are plenty of modalities out there for us to tap into. And it's just a matter of ask and you shall receive. For me, I have been, even though I've gone through the health things that I've been going through, every day has been a journey towards making myself feel better, because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be a walking disability when my mind is what creates the health issues that I'm going through. So in changing my diet and changing my exercise, and when I talk about diet, it's not even just about food. It's about the information that I consume. It's about the toxicity of the people around me and working in environments that I just wasn't, they weren't for me. It served its purpose and it did what it needed to do, but it was time for me to go. And a lot of the times we try to fix it. And sometimes we try to fix relationships, we try to fix our jobs, and it's just not working out for us. So it comes up in this physical ailment, and it's up to you to be more in tune with your body and to allow yourself to feel what it's telling you in order for you to move on. A lot of us get gut feelings, you know, so if you're around certain people and your stomach just starts to hurt, maybe that your tummy is telling you that those people and that situation just isn't good for you. So you need to honor that and go ahead and release yourself. Don't feel guilty feel like you need to stay, because I feel like it's like one of those seek and you shall find. Whatever answers to whatever is ailing you, so to speak. It's like we have so many things that are going on in our personal lives, and we have so many traumas that we've been holding on to since childhood. And I feel like we need to take that energy and transmute it into the ethers and out to our entities and heal it. I mean, healing is so important right now. If you need whatever you need, just put it out there. It'll come to you. Yeah, it's talking about, and when you do, it brings in this new vitality of energy for you. And the energy is endless. You have endless possibilities. So it's like you're, how do I want to say this, Spirit? You're, don't cut your nose off to spite your face. Yeah, you got the white eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you, and the connection to whatever it is that you need to heal. And you got the magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It is a time to let go of what you no longer need. I apologize. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's outdated, outmoded ways of thinking, being, believing, seeing. If you're not communicating to someone and your throat is starting to hurt or you're getting upper respiratory issues, think about that. Who is it that you need to talk to? Are you having heart palpitations? Who is it? Or is your heart kind of feel broken? And sometimes who is it that you need to talk to and maybe apologize to? It really just takes a moment to relieve ourselves of all the pressure. And I know you guys can probably tell I'm a little out of it. I did recently just go through a procedure actually this morning, but I was really called to do this message. And I feel like it's so important to get this out here. So please bear with me. In my journey alone, I have reached out and I have done my apologies, and you can't expect, just because you put it out there, you can't expect somebody to reach back to you. They can only give to you at the level that they are able to receive. So, I listen to Abraham Hicks a lot, and she says, things are all in divine timing, and you can't pull people and situations out of their vortex into yours if it's not the right time. So I feel in these apologies that needed to be had with a lot of people and releasing yourself of the guilt and the burdens, it's going to take you into a whole new level, and it's a level of vitality. They may not be ready for your apology, and they may not be ready to hear what it is that you need to say, but you need to come into alignment with your own happiness and your own bliss, and being in a place of just complete surrender and seeking to find your own ways of doing things and your own ways of healing. I just want to honestly say to everybody that holding on to grudges and holding on to things that no longer serve a purpose, I think we need to learn how to pick and choose our battles. I feel like that there's a lot of pride that has gotten in the way with a lot of these relationships, and it's brought in so much heaviness. But I feel like if we could just take off this mask and take away the pride issue, we would have a lot more vitality in the relationships that are supposed to be here for us. And we would have a lot more vitality in our own personal lives. You need to bring in your own happiness. I feel like holding on to these grudges, you're only going to bring in more pain for yourself. And in return, it goes back to you're going to bring in a lot more health issues in the long run, and it's not worth it. Take it from somebody who's been doing this for 20 something years of chronic pain. And it just took this one person to come into my life to show me a whole nother way of living. And it motivated me to be a better person and to really take care of myself. Now, this person's no longer in my life at this time, but it doesn't mean that because they're not here that I don't stop growing. It means that it motivates me even more to be a better person, because when the next person, or if that person does show back up, then I am going to be in a space of being able to receive. Because I feel like if, the people who are not in relationships right now, if they were really truly honest with themselves, they would see that maybe they're not in the best place right now to even accept a relationship. Or if you're not in a job right now, maybe you're not in the best position to be accepting what is going on, or maybe you need to be accepting new things that are being offered to you. It really depends on where you're at. You really need to reevaluate your priorities and let go of what no longer serves you, and allow these new things to come in, allow these new healing modalities that maybe you've never even tried before. I know for me, with the procedure I had to do this morning, it took 20 some odd years for me to get to this point, and it was because I had really tried everything else that didn't work for me. And so I really had to see that Western medicine was here for a reason, and I needed to go ahead and utilize that as well. So here's my road to recovery, and here's to yours as well. I think that, like I said earlier, let go of the pride. At the bottom of the deck is self-love. It is time for us to really give the love that we have given outside of ourselves back to us. Okay? I think that, like I said earlier, we've held a lot of grudges about a lot of certain things. I think there are family members that are estranged right now. I feel like there are friendships that are estranged. I feel like there are love partnerships that are estranged right now. I feel like a lot of forgiveness needs to be had. If we can just let go of the pride, we could breathe a lot more vitality into these relationships and be able to take them to the long haul. So I do want to say, for this day and this day forward, this message is for any day that you hear it. I really want you to take the opportunity to not only forgive yourself for choosing these lessons, but learning how to forgive the other party. It doesn't mean that we have to have them back in our lives if we don't feel like they have a place anymore. But as long as we understand what lesson that we learned and we're no longer pointing fingers at the other party, I think that that's where you're going to get the most out of this. So if you would like to have a personal reading done and talk about where it is that maybe you need to relieve your pain and where you need to learn how to forgive, I would definitely say take a look at the description box down below, check out my website, and hit me up for a personal session. I wish you all nothing but love and light. You take care. Bye-bye.